Yeah, I'm gonna watch what I'm gonna do Thursday.
Okay. Love you. All right, sorry about that, folks. It's your boy Hollywood Sensei of the Blur Cartel, CEO status. We in the building, you know. It's Hollywood Sensei, aka Tim. No, him, the
Him.
2-man
There
Taylor.
you go.
Sorry.
There you go.
Him, the 2-man Taylor in the building. You know what I mean? Make sure you follow the Blur Cartel on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, Spotify, TikTok, and Twitch. You know what I mean? YouTube, hit that YouTube up. We're almost at 300 subscribers. So, you know what I mean? Just hit that subscribe button. Fuck with us. Zell Nobel will be joining us in a minute. He is taking care of some fatherly duties, you know, cooking for the kids. So, you know, you got to, you know, make sure the youngins eat. And, you know, so Mallory should be joining them as well. And if you're looking for Miss Lala So Random, she is out
Deucing us
this
for
week.
Hogwarts.
You know, she is distracted by Hogwarts Legacy, which is a very good distraction. You know what I mean? But you will see her next week when we get back into the vocalist tournament. But here with me right now is the man, the myth, the legend, Lee Luch, V in the building. What's going on, bro? You know what I mean?
Nothing much, man. We got 2/3 of a good show to talk about, and we got Ice Spice. So I mean, I'm no, I'm not gonna do it like that. I'm not gonna do it like that. But we got a bit of time ahead. Yeah, let's get it, man.
But you know, today's episode, y'all see the flyer. You know what I mean? You see the title of the episode, PopCaan and Ice Spice on a little boat. You know what I mean? So, you know, we're reviewing PopCaan, Lil Yachty, and Ice Spice tonight. So you can check that out. And we're also going to have a conversation about who are the heavyweights of the pop genre. You know what I mean? We kind of did a little kind of a deep dive into it last week. You know, we had a little extended conversation. I mean, but this week we're going to jump right back into it, see who's the heavyweights of the pop genre. You know what I mean? And we'll get into it. Like I said, Zell Nobel will be joining us shortly. You know, he will be joining us shortly. But you see the ticker, follow the Blur Cartel, and also make sure you follow the What It Sound Like podcast on our social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. So especially that YouTube, I implore y'all, please hit up the What It Sound Like YouTube page. Give us those follows. And the What It Sound Like Twitter page. You know what I mean? So just follow your boys. I mean, that's all I ask for. But I'm gonna leave that up. But yeah, tonight you already know what we get into first. It is the current events. You know what I mean? So the biggest thing that went down this weekend was you had Billboard revealing their top 10. They did the top 50 rappers of all time. Now they finally reached their top 10, and we also had the Grammy Awards. So, but we'll get into that after this. So this is Billboard starting at 10. You had Nicki Minaj. You got Snoop Dogg at 9. Drake coming in at 8. Lil Wayne at 7. The Notorious B.I.G. at 6. Eminem at 5. Tupac 4th. Nas 3rd. Kendrick Lamar 2nd. And Jay-Z number 1. So, what are your thoughts on this top 10?
My immediate thought is just at the very least, Wayne and M should be swapped. I'm not mad at Jay-Z being 1. Kendrick getting to 2 in the career that he's had is that's amazing. I don't know if I mean, let him be there, King Kunta. So let him be there. Nas at 3, respect. Pocket 4, also respect. But yeah, M above both Wayne and Big. That's a little strange. Like I
Yeah,
mean, top 10. I'm not gonna argue M should be top 10. I'm not gonna argue at all.
definitely top
His
10.
album sales, yeah, but above Wayne and Big.
Yeah,
No,
above
what you
Wayne
thinking
and
of
Biggie.
them?
For me, I feel like they got the top three. Well, no, they didn't get the top three right because I have Jake. For me personally, J.
J.
Cole
Cole
is
should be one. Yeah,
J.
I
Cole is
agree. Yeah,
top 10.
yeah, yeah.
J. Cole's a top three. They had him 15th on the list. Like
I
J.
knew they
Cole is a
wasn't gonna
top
give him
10
the
rapper.
respect though. I know they wasn't gonna give J. Cole the respect he deserved, but yeah, Cole is the best rapper alive to me right now. I'm not gonna lie.
Like Cole should be in his top 10. You know, he should be third. As much as I love Snoop, Snoop was my favorite. Like when I first started listening to music, like Gin and Juice was literally the first rap
Mhm.
song I ever listened to. And I fell in love with it. And I fell in love with Snoop's music. And he was one of my favorite rappers coming into hip hop. But number 9 on this list, no. I mean, I don't feel like Snoop Dogg is a top 10 rapper. Like, I don't. Like, as far as like his longevity and his catalog, like you could argue, but longevity and catalog was only part of the criteria. You also put in bars, delivery, flow, and all that other stuff went into that criteria.
I
If we
mean,
talk
Snoop
about
flow.
bar,
We're not gonna take away from Snoop flow.
oh yeah,
But
Snoop
yeah,
has a crazy flow. Snoop has one of the best flows, period. But if we talking about bars, delivery, all that, if we just want to go off bars alone, Snoop Dogg is below everyone in this top 10. If we just talking about bars, like, and people that were ranked behind him, if we talking about bars, Kanye West,
J.
uh,
Cole.
J. Cole, Ice Cube, Scarface, some of the people that were in that 11 to 20 could have easily been here before Snoop. Now, I see why Snoop is here because of his longevity, because of his cultural impact, because of what he is to hip hop, but he isn't ninth all time. He isn't. And as much as I love Snoop, I was just in the Snoop Dogg Funko shop in LA, in Inglewood. You know what I mean? I fucks with you, Snoop, heavy, but you're not top 10. I'm sorry. You know what I mean? I do agree. I would swap Wayne and Eminem. You know what I mean? Wayne is just better than Eminem, period. You know what I mean? So, you
Yeah.
know, I would swap Wayne and Eminem. I would also to be honest,
There it
I would
goes.
probably
It's the
put
same
Drizzy
phone.
ahead. To be honest,
So what?
I
Drizzy
would
at
put
5?
Drizzy ahead. Yeah, I would put Drizzy above Big and Pop.
Damn.
Like I would put
I
Drake. I
mean,
would put Drake above Biggie and Pop.
obviously his body of work is. I mean, it's bigger and better just because. I mean, yeah, but
Like cultural impact, we know what Biggie and Pac did,
mm,
but they didn't reach who we know they are until their death.
mm.
Drake hasn't died, and he's Drake. Like you know what I mean,
Yeah, we talking about the guy
he
that
be
has
Drake
more
regardless.
singles than Wayne and Jay-Z. I mean, there's no denying his the success. So I mean, I can't knock that. I mean, I'm a Drake fan, so I mean, I'm not gonna like tell you to lower him, but I'm not mad that he got to 8.
I mean, I am definitely a Drake stan. This is coming from unbiased. I mean, I just really feel like this is my opinion on Biggie and Tupac and any other rapper that has passed. For me, I can't say that a rapper that is no longer producing work is better than people that are producing work at a high level. Like, you know what I mean? I could say Biggie and Tupac is better than some of these guys that are producing work because they aren't putting out quality music. But Drake
Hmm.
is giving us, most number ones ever. You know what I mean? Like, none but slappers. Like, he puts out quality music every time he comes out. I haven't heard a Biggie and Pac album since the 90s. Like everyone else on this list has continuously put out music since then. So like I understand their legend and their death and all that, but that can't hold you forever when your contemporaries are still making music. Like that's just me. Like I feel like Pac and Biggie are only in this top 10 because their names, because of they passed away. You know what I mean? Because there's a few other rappers that could be in here besides them because they're actively making and they have an impact. Like I could make an argument that Kanye West deserves to be in this top 10. Like,
yeah. I mean, talk about cultural impact. Album sales are there. I mean, influence on music. I mean, that's undeniable. How many artists currently said they were birthed by 808s and Heartbreak? Like half of them. So I mean,
right.
yeah, that is a hard one to argue. That is a hard one to argue. But
And also
I
Nicki
know this
Minaj
is.
at 10
I
ranked
knew it was
the
gonna
best.
come up. I was like, how do you feel
So
about her
I
being
mean
as
they
the
had
top
Nicki.
ranked female rapper in rap?
I feel like because of her impact, because of her bars, like Nicki is she is the goat of the women. Like she's the goat. As much as I love Lil Kim, as much as I love Missy Elliott, Lauryn Hill, Eve, you know what I mean, Queen Latifah, MC Light, all those. You know what I mean, none of them rap better than Nicki Minaj. Like I'm just gonna keep it a bean. Like they don't. Can you argue they make better songs? Yeah, you can argue that. But bar for bar rapping, none of them rap better than Nicki.
Mm-hmm.
Like I didn't heard Nicki get on songs with some of the biggest heavyweights in the industry and out rap them. So that just
I still don't believe that she had a better verse than Yayo and Monster. But that's just me.
listen. I am with you on that. I really do feel like Kanye had the best verse in that song. But if you
But she
want to
was
give
number
it to,
two. She was number two. There's no question there.
if
But
you want to give
Yayo,
it to Nicki, you know what I mean,
she had the energy. She had the energy.
I just feel like the sarcophagus line.
Hmm.
Nothing Nicki said in that was better than that. You know what I mean? Like
Man,
I'm
like
just saying. And Nicki was spitting on Monster. Like we did who had the best verse for that song on here. And like Nicki was spitting, but Kanye was, you know what I mean?
yeah, like
Y'all might
every
have to go
line
back and
was a
really listen to
bar.
what Ye was saying.
Like every line was a bar. But yeah. I'm with you.
Speaking of Kanye, we just shout out to Roundtable Talk last night. We did a One Gotta Go show, and just ask you, out of all these Kanye albums, it was a One Gotta Go. It was Pop Out, Late Registration, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, and Graduation. Now me, I got rid of Graduate. I mean, I got rid of College Dropout. I know it's the first Kanye album, and we all gotta act like because it's the first album, it's the greatest, it's the most iconic. But you know what I mean? As good as College Dropout is compared to the other three, I mean, it has to go. I don't feel like it's better than Late Registration. Me personally, I feel like My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy is the greatest album ever. You know what I mean? So there's no way I was getting rid of that. And then Graduation is Graduation.
Right. Graduation was the first album I ever bought with my own money, and I would buy it again because I listened to that CD until it stopped working. So yeah, I would never take the Graduation off. Late Registration was great. Yeah, I mean, I love Through the Wire, but yeah,
Yeah, man. Like I love College Dropout. You know what I mean? Through the wire, get them high, all that. You know what I mean? But compare it to the other three, nah. But everybody was not everybody, but most of the panel was choosing My Dark Twisted Fantasy. Which, mm, that's just like blasphemy to me. When
I
like
mean,
just look at
when
the
there's
track
a
list to that album.
song, when there's a song that someone can come out and press one key and everybody in that place knows what that song is immediately, like, come on now. Like,
Like Runaway is a literal work of art. You know what I mean? Like that is artistry at its finest right there. Like you're not taking that away from Kanye.
yeah.
But yeah, Billboard did the top 10. You know, once again they had Nicki, Snoop, who was that 8? Drake,
I mean,
Lil
you know
Wayne.
what got Kanye out the top 10. We're not gonna talk about it, but yeah, you
Oh
know
yeah,
that.
yeah. You know his antics of late have because Kanye is easily top 10, easily. Like
I mean,
there's no way I'm putting
bars
Snoop Dogg in my top 10 over Kanye. Like it's no
like
way I'm doing that. Like I'm just
bars was it's not. I can't like of peak Ye. I can't think of 5 rappers that I would just say is flat out better. I, and then of course music I mean, even to this day, like as diminished as his lyrics have become, he can still put out a fire track. Like just because of how great he is at making music.
right.
So yeah, there's no question he should have been top 10, but we know it is.
Facts. All right. Well, that's Billboard. Let's move on to we had the Grammys pop off this weekend, 65th annual, and they did a. I mean, for me, that was like the part of the show. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
It's the hip hop celebration, and you know we had a lot of people take home some awards. You know what I mean? Kendrick
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he deserved it. He
won
deserved
the
it.
Grammy for Rap Album of the Year. You see his competition in the background.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
he deserved it.
You know, he was going up against Jack Harlow, Pusha T, DJ Khaled, and also Future. But it was Kendrick who took home the Grammy.
And honestly, I enjoyed Future's album. I'm not going to lie to you, bro. I know I throw some shade his way. I enjoyed his album, but yeah, come on now, Kendrick. It's Kendrick. That album was a therapy session on a track over several
Facts.
tracks.
Facts. Yeah, Kendrick had the, you know, only album that I could have seen. Like Pusha T, It's Almost Dry was great. You know what I mean? Jack Harlow wasn't a good album at all. Shouldn't have been
No,
nominated for a Grammy. The DJ Khaled album was good, but it wasn't great enough for a Grammy nomination, in my opinion.
he's
I
just
feel
riding off
like,
the hype of God did, bro. We know.
yeah, that's all it was. I feel like easily Story could have been nominated for a Grammy, and also
Yeah, Jid should have
shit.
been
What
there
else?
instead of Jack Harlow. I'm sorry. Like
Yeah,
Jid should have been there instead of Jack Harlow.
easily Jid could
Um,
have been there. Also,
I
West
would
Side
put
Boogie,
Earth.
More Black Superheroes could have been there as well. You know what I
I
mean?
would put
But
Earth Gang album on there above Kelly's.
yeah, oh Earth, yo, I swear that was the Ghetto Gods. That was like a
Mm-hmm.
forgotten album last year for some reason. Like, cause
Bro,
that
I
shit
don't
was
know why, because it was fire.
amazing. Like Ghetto
Like,
Gods was fucking.
bro, it was.
That was one of
I
my favorite album reviews last year.
It was one of my favorite albums of last year. That and Isaiah Rashad album. Those are probably the 2 albums I played the most last year. And Never Story too. I played a lot of Never Story. Words of Charlie. He put me on the Jid, sort of. I mean, Insecure put me on the Jid, but he reinforced it, so I give him credit.
Oh yeah, Kendrick won the Grammy. We also had some more Grammy winners. We had Adele, 16
And,
Grammys now. You know what I mean? Adele is just becoming goated by the year, you know.
right. And then somebody doubled that though.
Oh yeah, we gonna get to that.
Yeah,
We also
that's like
go
you said. Smart. Mm-hmm.
Samara Joy was a first time nominee and won 2 Grammys this year, including Best New Artist. You know what I mean? So, shout out to
Congratulations.
Black Girl Magic. You know what I mean? Samara Joy, make sure y'all check her out. Also, Lizzo, my baby Lizzo. You know what I mean? I don't know why y'all niggas always hating on Lizzo. I mean, I love me some Lizzo. You know what I mean? First black woman to win record of the year since Whitney Houston. Like, that's legendary company. Like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Lizzo won for About Damn, which is a very, very great song. You know what I mean? I love that song. You know what I mean? But yeah,
No,
Lizzo,
Lizzo's talented.
you know what I
I
mean?
give her credit.
Yeah, super talented. Like, she can rap, she can play instruments. Like, she's an artist. Like, Lizzo is really a true artist. Like, if you like artistry, you should like Lizzo. Also, my boy Harry
Harry Styles.
Styles. You know what I mean? He took home. A lot of people was upset because they felt like Beyonce should have won it instead of Harry Styles. You know what I mean? Which is, hey, listen, I'm not mad at you because Harry's House and the Renaissance was my top 2 albums of 2022 of any genre. Those were the 2 best albums for me. So, you know what I mean? Either one, they made the right choice. You know what I mean? But speaking of the Queen,
Yeah.
Beyonce breaks the record for most all-time wins at the Grammys. 32 of them things. Listen, if you come on Beyonce's internet and you got anything bad to say, you might as well, like, just pack it up. What can you say? Like, you got people out here saying, "Oh, her music is mid, this and that." All this. How? 32 Grammys breaks the record all time. You know what I mean? Album of the
Yeah.
year, basically.
They'll throw
Probably
out
one of
the bar. The streets don't give a fuck about the Grammys.
right. The
But
greatest, probably the greatest performer since Michael Jackson. You know what I mean?
oh man.
Like, this woman is legendary. Like, you know what I mean? Legendary. But it's
But
32
not
Grammy wins for the Queen.
$1,600 for the ticket. Legendary though. Not the 1,600. Love you, B.
Listen, I'm still trying to.
1,600.
I'm still trying to hit on FanDuel so I can get these tickets.
Yo.
You know what I mean? But yeah, Beyonce. We also had a little bit of Grammy controversy, if you will. But you know what I mean? R&B album was won by, the great Robert Glasper. You know what I mean? Make sure y'all, if you haven't tuned into Robert Glasper, just go in your
I have
Apple
not,
Music,
but after winning,
Spotify.
I'm definitely gonna check them out.
Just type in Robert Glasper. Just do a little deep dive into his music and get yourself acclimated with him. But he won the Grammy for R&B Album of the Year, and Chris Brown wasn't happy about it. The Instagram for several times he posted, and I quote, "Who the fuck is Robert Glasper?" You know what I mean? He really wanted to know who Robert Glasper was because he was just shocked. Like, how did he win over me? And to be honest, that Chris Brown album, I don't know how it was nominated for a Grammy because it wasn't good.
No,
We
it
reviewed
wasn't.
it. We
It
reviewed it
wasn't.
here, and I did not like it. But
His best track was on his last album. The track that was going around everywhere was on his last album. This album was virtually irrelevant. I'm sorry, Chris.
it was a very, to my namesake, this was a very, very mid album, Mr. Brown. Very mid. But yeah, he wasn't happy. And then the
I
fans
want to see
came at him
him
about it.
win. I want to see him win.
few people got in Chris's ear like, hey man, you know, you should really check, do your research to see who Robert Glasper was. So he did, and then he took to Instagram to post that, he went to his DM to a he said, "Congratulations, my brother. I would like to apologize if you took offense to my reaction at the Grammy. You are not the intended target, and I know I came off really rude and mean. After doing my research, I actually think you're amazing. The organization isn't doing us blacks our due diligence. You and I should never be in the same category. Two totally different vibes and genres. So from one black man to another, congratulations. Hope you are able to feed your family for life. God bless, my G." Now, I feel like the whole thing was Gucci besides the hope you're able to feed your family for life part. Like,
Hmm.
he's Robert Glasper, bro. He's doing good on feeding his family.
Yeah.
You didn't have to add. If you did your research, you would know you didn't have to add that part. You know what I mean? But should he have tried to double back and apologize, or should he just say fuck it? I said what I said. Who the fuck is Robert Glasper?
I mean, he should have apologized, but that wasn't like a, a good one. Like, I don't know. This is uh, I don't know what other genre that you I could put his into pop genre instead of R&B for Chris. But like, where else do you put that? He's like, you make a new subgenre for Chris Brown music.
Right.
Like, what other category would it go into?
Yeah. Well,
I
they
felt like a
add new
natural
categories
apology.
because they didn't added melodic rap and all this other stuff. So,
Mm.
I guess they could add a new R&B. You know what I mean?
So what would it be like?
Yeah, what would you call it? You know what I mean? Or do you add like a neo soul category or
I would be okay with that actually if they did a neo soul category and but like what would be R&B if neo soul is like completely separate from it? Like
right?
was just
Like,
her and
or you
SZA?
would it be like R&B, or you could call it? You could have one R&B, and then you could have like pop R&B. I guess.
Hmm.
You know what I mean, that would probably work. But then if that happens, you would have Chris Brown probably losing to like Bruno Mars or The Weeknd.
Right. Cause
You know what I mean?
was Dawn FM that last year too?
Yeah, Don FM came out 2022. Yeah,
Yeah, oh yeah, he would have lost to that immediately. Like immediately. I actually don't know why that didn't do well commercially because it was pretty great to me. But I like that type of music, so I mean, here's what it is.
yeah. Don FM was one of my favorite albums. It was a top 10 for me last year. I think, did I have it in my top five? Yeah, it was top five in my top five. But yeah, that was Robert Glasper took home a Grammy. Some other Grammy winners. You had Tim's win a Grammy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I
Shout
mean?
out to
Steve,
Viola Davis. She got her Grammy and now this got her EGOT. So congratulations on
right.
that.
Congrats to Viola Davis for the EGOT. You know what I mean? Just another notch on her belt. Viola Davis is goaded. Like,
Bro, I'm
you know.
so excited for this Waller series. It doesn't make sense, bro. I ain't
Oh,
gonna lie to you.
listen, I know that joint gonna be hard. I'm on it as soon as it drops. Like, I'm actually excited for this DC rollout. I hope they don't fuck it up.
Yeah,
Yeah, they got a
yeah.
chance to, if these movies hit, like, how many movies is like five, I think, five or six.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if they can hit at least three,
Um,
you get.
like this.
Like, but Superman has to be one of them. Superman has
Yeah,
to be one of them that hits.
and because that's slated to come out before Batman. So I mean, if you're trying to push it before Batman 2, like it's gotta be impactful. So I mean, we'll see what it does. I don't think they still have casted Superman yet. So I'm like, that's.
Right.
I mean, is there? And then I mean,
Yeah, James Gunn is in charge now. They rolling out like in a
yeah,
phase
it's now
type
just
of
called
joint.
the
Like,
DCU now. They took the E out. It's just the DCU.
Yeah, no, it's just the DCU, and you know they got their Chapter 1 Gods and Monsters. So you know what I mean. I think it's like 5 shows, 5 movies.
Mm-hmm.
They doing a Superman movie, Batman Brave and the Bold.
Which I'm really excited for, actually.
Yeah, they coming out with a Green Lantern show, which I'm looking forward to. You know what I mean? The Waller John Swamp Thing supposed to be a horror movie. You know that doesn't
Mm.
hit, but we'll see. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we'll see how it turns out. But
But
I don't know how Flash made it through, though.
right,
But another show, another show.
definitely. All right, so y'all know why we here. Album reviews in the building. You know what I mean? Zell still might pull up. You know what I mean? Hopefully. But
Hmm.
we got 3 album reviews on the docket for you today. You know what I mean? With PopCaan, Great Is He. Then we had Ice Spice with Like. And then Lil Yachty with Let's Start Here. So, and you know what? That's where we're going to start. We're going to start here with Let's Start Here. I mean,
Yeah.
Lil Boat, Lil Yachty, aka Lil Boat. You know what I mean? You know, last year he took the walk to Poland. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Which was a banger. And now this year he's giving us Let's Start Here. Came out January 27th. 14 songs, 57-minute album. Now y'all know if you've been watching the show with me. 14 songs is a very appropriate length for me. Still, maybe a tad bit too short, but
Yeah.
appropriate length. Because y'all know I don't like them 11, 12, them like 8 to 12 track albums. Like, I mean,
That's not an album. That's an EP
yeah,
extended.
I mean that annoys me. Like, give me a good 14 to 17 songs. Like, you know what I mean?
I don't need a 52 like Chris.
Yeah,
Like
you
I
don't
know it's
got.
not literally 52, but like it might as well be.
We don't. I don't need it the '90s where it was like 25 to 30 either. I don't need that unless if you're going to double disc it and it's going to be 30. All right, you give me 15 on each. But just one joint with 30, no. But yeah, this joint had 14 songs. And I'm gonna just get right into it, just from the rip. You know what I mean? This was like a totally different sound.
Right, bro.
You
I
know what I
was
mean?
not expecting this from Yachty. Like,
Right.
Bo, like, what? But I mean, I really enjoyed it. Like, I mean, I know he's still working on some of his vocals in some spots, but like the way he mixed it, like kudos. You get into my favorite album of the year, if depending on what's of the year sound.
Yeah. Right now, this joint would definitely be up there for like album one of the albums of the year. You know what I mean? I know we only in February, but I think this joint will stand the test of time throughout this year. And, once we get to December 31st, you'll be like, yeah, that Yachty album back in January, that shit still, you know what I mean? Like, I love when artists, veer off
Mm-hmm.
and
Same.
they experiment and because you're an artist, you know what I mean? You create, you know what I mean? You create music. This is your art form, you know what I mean? And like, I just, the sound in this joint is just
Bruh,
crazy. Like,
there's like I mean, like there's
it's
things
diverse as
shades of
fuck.
like there's shades of Tyler in there's shades of Cuddy in there, maybe some Bino. Like the way he composed it together, like it's a whole new sound, and I really enjoyed it. Like it was very unique. Um, and honestly, that's it was like a something that I could just have playing in the background and just like enjoy and like listen to the different layers of sound, man. Because he really did his thing.
Yeah, this was a very, very fire album. Like I said, different Yachty than we're used to.
Hmm.
I mean, this isn't Mutual Yachty. I mean, this is a
Right. Yeah, this is
whole
soulful
different
Yachty. Yeah.
soulful Yachty. I mean, he must got some enlightenment
Hmm.
for this album. I loved it. Some of my let me see. Let me get to the track list here. Some of my favorite songs on here. The first joint, the Black Seminole. I
Oh
mean,
yeah.
just from the rip, goes hard. I mean, just from the rip. I mean, you should
Um.
start off right. I like Pretty. That was a good one.
The
Failure.
zone. The zone I liked.
Shit. The next three, Pretty, Failure, and The Zone.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, I love them Jones. Drive Me Crazy is another one I like. And Paint the Sky. I love like this.
Yeah. I don't think there's a bad track on the album. So
Yeah.
kudos to this is a no skip for me. And I didn't know that Yachty could make one of those for me. So
Yeah,
much
to get
bro.
a no
Much
skip from
bro.
Yachty
Yeah.
is like this definitely was a no skipper. But what would you scale of 1 to 10? How what would you rate this, bro?
1 to 10. Okay, so I'm still riding like cause I listened to it for the first time yesterday and I've had it on repeat damn near. So I'm still like on the first little high of it. So I'm gonna say 9 right now. I'm gonna say 9. But man, really enjoyed that album.
HB with the 9. You know what I mean? Very high. Very high. For
Man,
me, this was a one of the, we starting the year off with some good music. This is what I was looking forward to. Like what we gonna get this year. Cause last year was so fucking good. Like
yeah,
I
man.
don't know if last year could be like if it can be topped, but like we starting off good. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? Cause this one right here, like Yachty did his thing. I enjoyed the album. This definitely has hella replay value for me. Like, you know what I mean? Hella songs now added to my playlist from this album. So,
Yeah, yeah,
it's definitely gonna be on in rotation for the rest of the year. I wouldn't be surprised when my top songs of 2023 for Spotify, when that comes up, I wouldn't be surprised if a few of these Yachty Jones is in there.
yeah.
But
Same.
I'm gonna rate it because it was you get a 8.5 for me for
I
Yachty.
respect.
You know what I mean?
Like I said, like I'm coming
The,
off the like I just like I said just listened to it yesterday. It's been on my mind like the some of those tracks like the some of the melodies that he's put. So I'm gonna stick with that 9. Though. I'm gonna stick with my 9. But like
so
this,
9 and an 8.5. So Zell Novell still enjoying this shit. But, I mean, what it sound like rating so far? It's an 8.7. You know what I mean? Now this number can change
yeah, because Zell
once
still got to vote.
Zell and Mallory give their reviews, and
They could
so
both
this
give it a
could go from
5.
this could go from an 8 to a 9 or an 8 to a 6 real fast.
Hmm.
Like, you know what I mean? So, but for now, it's at an 8.7. The sensei enjoyed it. Lelouch enjoyed it. So, you know what I mean? We moving. Let's get into the next drawing though. You know what I mean? We had slow down, man. PopCaan. You know what I mean? PopCaan came out. Great is he. You know, this is my first PopCaan album that I
Same
listened to.
here.
I've listened to songs from him, throughout the years, but I haven't listened to a full album. But this album came out same day. What's the album we just read? The Yachty album. Same day as the Yachty album. January 27th. 17 songs. You know what I mean? For this one. About the same length as the Yachty album, about 57 minutes. You know what I mean? But 17 songs. Great as he, PopCaan. How we feeling about it?
I didn't even know who PopCaan was. Hey Aisha, I hope you're recovering okay over there.
Yes, Aisha. Hope you are recovering.
Or is it Aisha? How is it said?
Listen, you gotta come on the show on TV. I mean on live and tell people how to pronounce your name, because
yes,
we done heard it said
do.
like 3-4 different ways. But yeah.
I had never heard of PopCaan until the last week's episode. So I was just like, ooh. I didn't know what type of music he made. I didn't know what he did at all. But as soon as I turned it on, I was like, oh, this is a reggae party. I'm enjoying this. And of course, you know, I'm again still a Drake stan. So I mean, when I heard the Drake track on there, I was just like, oh, okay, you know, yeah. You get my nod, man. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah, Reggae John tapped in to a Reggae John. This one I like this one. I actually started listening to it again. I listened to all 3 of the projects today while I was at work. Then I listened to them again on my ride. Well, I was able to listen to all the Ice Spice on my ride back home. I mean, and half PopCaan, half Yachty. But I listened to all 3 throughout the day during that work. And this one, like, I liked it. I liked it a lot. You know what I mean? Nice
right. Nice feel. It's a feel good album. Like you can have that. You can either have a party to it or have it play background so you can nod your head to it or whatever. Like it's a solid album. I'm not scoring it as high as these. I mean, just because I've heard this sound so much before, and he did it well, but he didn't like expand on it in any way I've ever heard. So like, I respected it and enjoyed it, but Yachty's in a different level for me.
Yeah, this album was Gucci. You know what I mean, I liked it. Like I said, nice reggae sound. You know, it had a nice mix. You know, it gave me a nice, diverse, cohesive album. Yeah, tournament is next week. I mean, we're back with the tournament next week, and I'll talk about the matchups we're doing at the end of the show. But yeah, nice, diverse, cohesive, John. You know, it was like I said, my first time listening to a PopCaan album. If somebody said, if I was like just getting into them and this was the album that they put me on, I would probably listen to them again. You know what I mean? After I heard this one.
Absolutely.
I like the Drake John. You know what I mean? You know, I like the John with Burna Boy.
Burna Boy's so cold to me, bro.
Yo,
like,
listen.
He's
shout
like
out to Zell putting me on the Burna Boy. You know what I mean? Because I wasn't aware of him until I started doing this show. What?
Yeah, I found him because he was on the track with a rapper I like from that show, Top Boy Dave. He got a track with him on his album Psychodrama. I was like, oh, who is this? And then he was going on the journey. It was like, this. He has the one good track on that Black Panther album.
Yeah. Facts. I mean, well, I like the Burna Boy track. I like the St. Thomas Native. John was cool. And Wish No Bad and Past Life also. I like that. So this was PopCaan. I wish Zell was here because this is the joint he really wanted to get into. You know what I mean? But PopCaan, solid. Definitely. Solid project. You know what I mean? This is it has replay value. Like I would listen to it again. This wouldn't be just some one-time joint. There's a couple songs on here that will definitely get added to the playlist. I mean, so I liked it. I enjoyed it. I'm gonna give it
It's 7.3.
a
I didn't know we could. I didn't know we
yeah.
could do that. Okay, so if we, yeah, probably like a 7.2, 7.2. Like it was good, but like every track, I felt like I've heard that track before.
7.2.
7.2. So we got a 7.25.
Yep. 7.2 is the what it sound like rating for PopCaan Greatest He.
But like, if
But
you're trying to throw a reggae party, you can put this whole album on there.
yeah,
You can put that whole album on there. I mean, it's technically a no skip because like there's not a bad song on there, but
right.
like it's not like a like yeah like I need to play this right now. I need to play this on repeat type for me.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you on that one. What it sound like rating? 7.2. You know what I mean? Zell and Mallory still gotta give their rating. So this can go up or it can go down. So
I don't think they would go down. I mean, like I said, I don't think there's anything wrong with this album in the slightest. So I doubt they'll downvote it. But if they go
yeah,
higher, I'm gonna need an explanation. Like
if
if they say
anything,
like it's a 9, 10, like tell me, please.
yeah, we definitely need some further elaboration on that one. You know what I mean? But I always give an album a second listen. I wasn't able to listen to PopCaan and Yachty twice. I listened to him like both 1.5 times because I got through it full and then half. So I listened to it again. So my score may even be different off of my second listen, but it probably stay the same though. All right, so you know,
Let's get to it, man. Let's go
y'all
ahead.
know, y'all see the, yeah, I mean, she's on the flyer. Yeah, I mean, New
Hmm.
York Times called her, the next. She's the new princess of rap. You know what I mean?
Okay.
You thought, nah, that nigga munch. You know what I mean? Ice Spice. You know what I mean? Dropped the EP called Like. You know what I mean? With the question mark album cover. That John Gucci.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? 6 songs. Came out January 20th, 2023, this year. 6 songs. It's literally 13 minutes.
Hmm.
So, this is a walk to the store or something. You know what I mean? A drive. You could literally listen to this in 15 minutes. It's
Hmm.
13 minutes, 8 seconds in total.
Hmm.
So, 6 songs. We we could just see
So
he's
okay,
already over it. He's already over it.
her her track selection is definitely top tier. Like the way her beats sound is definitely top notch. Like she has really great diction. And like her flow on those beats isn't the worst thing I've ever heard. But I gotta get used to her voice. Like she is just like so like it doesn't even sound like she's rapping. It sounds like she's just like talking on a track like a regular like I don't know. Maybe I'm not attuned to it yet, but like it is. She doesn't sound like she's rapping. She feels like she's reading a script to me.
Mm. Her delivery. You
Mm,
know what I mean?
mm,
That's like for me, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I listened to it twice, so I was able to get. It's easy to listen to it twice. It's only
mm,
13 minutes. You know what I mean? You could watch an anime episode and listen to this
yeah,
album twice.
yeah.
But yeah, I listened to it twice and I liked it. I mean, I actually was like, okay. I mean, I could probably. I mean, I could listen to Ice. You know what I mean? She got a few joints I could fuck with.
Mm.
You know what I mean? This joint did its thing. It did what it was supposed to do. You know what I mean? It was just a little joint. That's really what it was. It was just a little something. You know what I mean? Yeah, only 13 minutes.
Mm.
Like the In Her Mood joint, I like it. You know what I mean? The beat
The
switch
beat for In
funky.
Her Mood was cold. I will give her, man.
Yeah. Whoever doing her beats, whoever doing her beats, when they actually get like
You are the
plugged into the
talent.
industry
You
on
are the talent in this equation. Whoever is doing her beats.
so like just imagine that somebody else on, you know what I mean? Just but I ain't gonna do that right now. I'm gonna talk
Mm-hmm.
about Ice Spice. You know what I mean? It was okay. It was good. It was good enough for me. Like I mean, the 6 songs, I like them Jones. You know what I mean? In Her Mood, I liked it. The Princess Diana John was hard. Like, you know what I mean? Like that John was hard to me. Like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Like,
I didn't heard
like,
Munch 100 times, so I don't really care about that John.
I just want whoever is producing her music, just give your playlist to Rhapsody, and then we can like come out with some heat, like some stupid heat. But yeah, I mean, this is a thing. It happened.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, this John out of the 6 songs, I'm gonna say, she was 3 for 6 from 3.
Mm.
You know what I mean? So she was
Yeah.
50%. She was shooting in Steph Curry. Cat,
Big booty trap.
big booty rap. Let's get it. I
I,
mean,
like whoever is building if she's picking her beats, she's talented. Like if she's responsible for that completely, then she is talented. If it's somebody else picking her beats, they're talented. That's my opinion on that.
for me, I think she is talented. You know what I mean? I can as I don't know if if you dabbled in the rapping, but as a person that was a rapper, I can hear it. She just got to fix. It's just the delivery. Like she
Hmm.
can actually rap. You know what I mean? It's she can say some shit,
Hmm.
but people probably don't like her. Not probably. A lot of people don't like her just because how it's coming out. You know
Hmm.
what I mean? Because it really does sound like the beat is coming on and she reading the bars off her phone. Like, you know what I mean, she's just looking at it and she's rapping it how she's reading it. You know what I mean? Instead of just rapping it.
Right?
Like
It's like,
once she fixed that, she good in my opinion.
hmm.
And pick up
Um,
pick up some different subject matter as well. But
yeah.
I mean, you got your lane.
But then, like whoever picked that Gangsta Boo track is a genius.
Facts.
Like that sample, fire. But yeah, like she, yeah. I mean, I will listen to more of her because like I don't think this was bad. Like I wouldn't just say like it's flat out trash. It's just like listening to her, like you said, like it sounds like she's reading instead of rapping. Like get that spot to somebody else if you want to do that. That's how I feel about it slightly.
Right. So
I mean, I will
what
give
would
her.
you
She's nice to look at. Evil LMA.
oh yeah, definitely.
Hmm.
Evil element.
Hmm.
But
Yeah,
you what would your score be?
I'm gonna give it a 6. Based off the strength of the beats, it's a 6. But like, let one track has sounded bad, and she was doing this script reading on that. It would have been like a 3.
So we got a 6. 6
What you doing,
songs.
Mr. Sensei?
Yeah, put that up on the screen real quick. The 6 for me. This joint was I liked it. I'm gonna give her. Price is gonna get a 7 from me.
7.
I mean, yeah, you know.
Yeah. It's not the worst thing I've heard. Like I've heard people get on the track and sound a lot worse than that. So I'll give her credit, but like I just nothing, not a goddamn thing, nothing. Is
Two
that brother
senseis.
Celius?
It's two senseis. Just never mind the other one. This is my doppelganger.
Gotcha. Right. Like
But yeah, I gave her a 7. So I mean, she said that's average. And does the music make me feel anything? I mean, I feel something when I look at her. But
that's her
the
whole
music,
brand.
the music make me feel like I want a Millie Rock or something. Like I mean, it's I mean that joint, it's boppy.
Like I think I would
But
have
right
rated it
now,
higher if it was
Ice
just the
Spice.
tracks without her rapping.
It was Ice Spice presents
Yeah.
it's 6.5 for the Spicer.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Mm.
Zell Mallory could give it something else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right. Unfortunately, though, brother, I do have to slide out so I can get my hair looking like a normal person. But
Definitely.
much love to What It Sound Like podcast. I'll be back next week. Yeah,
Yes, sir. Back for the tournament.
back for the tournament, of course. See you guys
Bro,
next week.
appreciate you for joining me. You know what I
Of
mean?
course. I'm gonna be less busy, I promise. So this is gonna happen as soon as I'll be able to quit my job. All right, bro.
All right, definitely. All right, well, it's just a sensei. Zell Nobel ain't join me. You know what I mean? Lala didn't join me. Con Man's not here. It's just me. You know. And then there was one, right? So I wanted to do Who Said That, but I can't do Who Said That with myself because I know who said it. You know what I mean? So, you know, unless y'all who's watching, unless you want to try and guess who said these bars, then, I'll put it up. But if not, I'll move on and we'll get out of here because I have a podcast I have to hop on myself. So, all right. All right, you said do it. Okay, we're going to do it. All right, so the bars are I told him I could move like 10 by nights and put the white over the plate like I'm throwing strikes in. El Duque got a dude in the UK. Buy 5 bricks at a time, 22K. He send the euros, I send the pure though. Now that's the real meaning of a foreign exchange. He smiled, finished his glass of wine. There's a van outside. Put your ass class behind. So, who said that? Who said these bars? If you know it, write it in the comments. My baby to the rescue. You know what I mean? They are it's an East Coast rapper. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think nobody's gonna be able to get this. No one. Like you would have to like you gotta be listening to some rap to know who it is. Like Davies, not Davies, but that's a very good guess. You know what I mean? He's definitely been on songs with Davies, but it's not Davies. Listen, I'm gonna keep it a being with y'all. Y'all not gonna guess it, so I'm gonna just keep this in the tuck for next week for when everybody's on, and then we can try again. You know, we could try again. I'll let the cast come and try again. But yeah, that was who said that. It would have been better if everybody was here, not just me. But before we get out of here, because like I said, I have a podcast to do. I will be on the Derelict Collective podcast, so make sure y'all tune in and hop in there. Facebook page, the Derelict Collective Facebook page, and also the Facebook group. And I'm gonna be sharing the broadcast on my page as well. So, just tune in, watch me on that, John, and watch them. Yeah, very good podcast. But all right, so we gonna go ahead and get on up out of here because it's just me. I wasn't expecting to be by myself tonight. But it is what it is. I got my own show, so it's not like you know I haven't done anything by myself. But song of the week, we got that for y'all. Well, I got that for y'all. You know what I mean? And your song of the week is Every Night After. It's Every Night After by Jean Doe. So Jean Doe, check her out. Every Night After. That's your song of the week. So type that in right now in your YouTube Music, your Apple Music, your Spotify, whatever you got. Just type it in, add it to your playlist, or listen to it right now. You know what I mean? But Every Night After, Jean Doe, that's your song of the week. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here. You know what I mean? We back next week with the tournament. You know what I mean? Vocalist tournament. Round 1. You know what I mean? We got 2 parts of the bracket. Reba McEntire versus Leslie Odom Jr. Renee Elise Goldsberry versus Maxwell. Tony Braxton versus Adele. Then we got Mahalia Jackson and Kristen Chenoweth. And also Sam Cooke versus Brittany Howard. Lady Gaga versus Leon Bridges. Raphael Sadiq versus Al Green. Ron Isley versus Brandy, which is like I've been saying for Ron Isley versus Brandy is like the most random fucking matchup ever. Like, ever. Like, so damn random, yo. Asia sees a shutout. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's why we doing 2 of these Jones, because all these Jones is like kind of like, Brandy, Adele, Al Green. Yeah. I definitely got Adele over Tony. You know what I mean? I ain't even gonna hold you. But yeah, that's the tournament for next week. So we got 2 parts of the bracket we doing. It's still round 1, so we bring it next week. So it's gonna be a lot of, back and forth. We might have an upset or two. You never know. Or we might just have some straight washouts. You know what I mean? But that's next week. I wanted to bring y'all to talk about some of the heavyweights of the pop genre, but we'll do that at another time when everybody's present. And yes, can't wait. Neither can I. I am so excited for this. But yes, it's your boy Hollywood Sensei, Sensei the Blur Cartel, CEO status, aka him, the Tool Man Taylor. You know what I mean? I will see y'all next week. Make sure you follow the Blur Cartel on all social media platforms, especially that YouTube. You know what I mean? Make sure you follow the What It Sound Like podcast on all social media platforms. You know what I mean? Definitely was a solid show. Thank you for tuning in, like you always do. And I'll be the whole gang will be back next week. You know, whole gang will be back next week. Tournament next week. I will see y'all. I'm out.